What fucking bowling alley did he crawl out of? The question hung in the ammonia air like a colonial flag over a country that no longer exists. Gerald, if Gerald was even the operative word, materialized between the hand dryer and the urinal cake, brown and purposeful, trailing the ghost scent of a Tuesday that had eaten badly. He had opinions. Christ, did he have opinions? The bowling alley receded into myth. Lane 7. The rented shoes. The score sheet filled out in a name nobody claimed. Gerald remembered none of this because Gerald had always already been arriving, perpetually mid-transit through the pipe cosmology, the ceramic underworld, the cold plumbing dark, where time moved in only one direction, and that direction was down. A man in a leisure suit asked him what he wanted. Passage, Gerald thought. Recognition. The usual, the leisure suit man wrote something in a ledger and walked backwards into a filing cabinet. The filing cabinet contained 17 years of municipal water records and one photograph of a woman holding a cantaloupe with both hands like it owed her something. Gerald understood her completely. He moved through the airport. He moved through the campaign office. He rose to the podium, trailing his beautiful, absolute truth behind him. The truth that cannot be argued with, only flushed. The crowd went silent. The cameras made their clicking animal sounds. Gerald had no mouth, and yet they all somehow knew exactly what he was saying. I came from inside you, he said without saying. I am the bill. I am the invoice. I am the consequence rendered in a biological language older than your zip code. Someone threw a banner. Someone else threw a second banner. The banners canceled each other out and became a tarp over a municipal swimming pool in a city nobody had visited since 1987 in the bowling alley. Always back to the bowling alley, gravity's own cathedral. The pins reset themselves with a sound like a small, polite apocalypse. Strike, strike, strike. Gerald did not bowl. Gerald was the bowling. The dark elliptical hurl of matter toward its appointment. The lane waxed and unforgiving. The gutter a possibility he'd always skirted. A doctor examined him and found him authentic. A critic examined him and found him derivative. A senator shook his hand and found re-election. He checked into a hotel under the name of a feeling that doesn't have a word in English. The room smelled like the dream where you're late, and the clock has too many hands, and all the hands are pointing at you specifically. He lay on the bed. The ceiling was a map of a place he had already been, was still being, would never leave. The maid knocked once and moved on. Gerald stared at the acoustic tile and thought about legacy, about how everything that passes through eventually becomes landscape, becomes sediment, becomes the rich dark bottom matter from which, inexplicably, improbably, infuriatingly, the roses grow. The toilet in room 404 flushed of its own accord, a standing ovation. Deserved.